Hi, this is DC Scrappin' Rooster. Okay, today what I wanted to share with you guys is my book that I came up for the end of the year. It's not really an end of the year, it's also a new beginnings. This is a book that I started to create a while back, but it started in a small little book, and what I would do is all the techniques that I would learn, I would just write take a chipboard and just do the technique and then put it in a little book. Well, that book became bigger and bigger and bigger, so I decided to put it in one of these plastic, what do you call them? Folder books. I don't know what you call this. You know, what are these? Anyway, so this is my technique book. Now, last year, what I did do, and I'll put it in my description box, I made 3 books with images, addresses, and some other stuff that I put together. I don't remember offhand, but I'll put it in the description box. And I made 3 books, and they came out pretty good, and I got a lot of good response from it. So I decided to do one for techniques only. Now on the front page, what you see is a technique that June, which is here, June Angel Pews, sent me in one of my little racks. And I've been learning a lot from her because, as you guys know, she is, you know, an old dog, and she's done every single technique, I believe, through mankind, and she's been teaching me a lot. So I decided to dedicate this book to her. So this is what I came up with, and I'm going to show you little by little. Now the book binders, this here, I bought this, oh my god, many years ago. This is when I first started doing the Autism Society thing, and I would put everything about autism in these books, and I must have about 15. And I bought them for $1. I don't know how much they cost now, but you could probably go into the dollar store and probably find them for cheap. So this is what I decided to do. I'm going to show you. Now, as for these plastic things here, instead of and I know a lot of people carry them, but because, you know, finances are tight, I decided to buy mine. I buy mine at my local Walmart, and it's for to hold the Pokemon cards, and they come in different sizes, and you'll see throughout the book. And this is what it looks like. Okay, sorry for the glare, but you're gonna get a lot of glare because they're all in plastic. Okay, and this is the company, Ultra Pro, and see, they come like this. This one here, this is 9 pocket, 8 pocket, 6 pocket, 3 pockets, and the full. And they're about well, in my Walmart, they're about I think $2.75 or $3.75, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a pretty good, I don't know how many come in here. Let's see. So it's 10 9 pockets, 10 8 pockets, 10 6 pockets, 10 3 pockets, and 1 pocket. So that's a lot for the price. Okay, so let me get to my little techniques. Okay, so I'm going to try to show as much as I can, but I don't want to get too much into detail because I got my projects to show you at the end. Okay, this one here, this is when I first started using the beaded gel. Okay, this one here is using the distress inks and then stamping on it, and then Mod Podging on top. This one here I learned from Rach, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use, I have a little thing like this, and I have index cards that I'm going to put behind them with each, and I have them in the book, but I didn't have time to write down, and I'm going to put it behind with the person that taught me here on YouTube, taught me the technique. So this way, you know, when my daughter and my granddaughter get a hold of this book, they'll know exactly what channel to go under and how to duplicate the technique. Okay, this one here was from Rach, and this is when I first started YouTube. And I made this bottle here. I took out the bottle to show you the technique. Okay, this I made for Mr. Joe. Well, I gotta show you his bottle. And I was teaching Joe also the technique, and he wanted to make his own bottle, and this is what he came up with. It's kind of cool. It's not done. He's not done with it yet. But we started this about 1.5 years ago, and we made a video, but there were so many bloopers on it that, you know, it just editing or whatever. And I figured I was going to put the video on just for the fun of it, but I just never got around to it. But anyway, so I taught him that technique. This one here I also learned from Rach, and this was she was showing us how to, how do you call it, change it to patina. But what I did was I took it a little bit step further. I did the turning of the metal sheet, and what I did was I used the soldering, not a soldering gun, I'm sorry, the torch. And what it did is it changed colors, so which is really cool. Okay, this one here is the what do you call it, the tape, the plumber's tape. Okay, and see it behind it. Oh, this one here, oh, let me tell you, this here, oh my god, if you guys haven't tried this, and I show this in one of my videos, you gotta use this. Oh my god, this is great. And this is one of the projects that I'm going to show you at the end, is using this, which is really, really cool. Okay, and that's what I used on the bottle. Okay, here I did the stress paints, stamping, and my first time using stickles. Isn't that cute? And stamping. This one here was modeling paste, and I took a little plastic flower and I put it on top, and then I pulled it off and got this effect, and then I just painted. This one here was using a stamp. I think it was a Kenny G stamp. I could be wrong, but it came in one of my little packages when I ordered the Kenny G stamps. And then I started using the pen markers. This one here is, I don't have it marked, but I was using, how do you call it, iridescent pieces, and then I Mod Podged it, and I used the distress inks, and then I stamped. So it gave it a really nice effect. I don't know if you can see it. Can't see it, but okay. This one here is using the stamp and stickling. This one here is using Lindy's, and then I stamped an image, and then I glossy accents. So it was like my first time using the glossy accents. So this is what I try first before I do something on a bigger level. Okay, this one here, oh, this one's cool too. This one I learned it from the 1 minute Muse, I think she's called. And this, which is so pretty. I took it off a magazine, and I used regular masking tape, not masking tape, packaging tape. And then you dip the image in the water with the masking tape. You wait a couple minutes, and then you rub off. And I put it on a chipboard, and then I used some metal embellishments, which is really cool. I love that one. This one is Dilutions. My first time using Dilutions. This is more stamping and Lindy's, trying some new colors and coloring to see how it would come out, which came out pretty good. This one is also stamping. My first time using, I was trying to use a stamp that I had, and I cut it into really, really thin, very thin chipboard, placed it on top, and then I used glossy accents. You can see. See, and this is, that's how thin the chipboard is. Okay, this one here is me doodling, trying to Zentangle. Oh, this is at the time I was trying to figure out what pen to use. Okay, which now I know. This was stamping and using my stencils, and that was the wood grain one. Okay, this one here is using glue, which I'm pretty sure you guys already know. I mean, this is stuff that I've learned through you guys, so it's not like, you know, it's new, but some things that I've tried on my own. Okay, this is just using glue, using paint, and then I used the beaded seeds from Martha Stewart. Okay, this one here, this one next to it, this is really cool. Okay, this one here is liquid leaf. See, I write things behind, so this way I would know. Liquid leaf, distress stain, and vintage photo. And that's what I got. And this I use this for when I'm learning how to do backgrounds on some of the stuff. This one here, which I probably can't take out, it's been here for a while, which is really, really cool. Okay, and this one here is using this, and I put it here so this way I would know. It's how do you call it? It's food wrapping, like, you know, the cling to cover your food, and that's what I used. And what I did was I just Mod Podged it on here, and this one here also, and just added some pearls and pearl paint. This is really cool. I'm trying to take them out so you can see. This one, yeah, here it is. Okay, look at this one. This one's really cool. Also using that cling thing. I don't know what you call it. Food wrap. But isn't that cool? Okay, and that I just happened just to do. Okay, and then this one here, let me see. It's been a while, so I'll have to look at the back. Okay, these are the metallics, an acrylic, a paint dauber, silver, gold, and copper. Oh, this is the non-gesso. Okay, if you can see it. And this is the gesso. Now I remember. Okay, and then this one here. Let me see, this one here, this is cool also. Look at this one. And this one is metallic paints and dilution paints, which is really cool. And to get that effect, I just used the heat gun and I just let it bubble, and that's how I got that effect. And I didn't learn this from anybody. This I just do things on my own to see what would happen. This one is also, this one is, I didn't write this one, but this one is the metallic paint. It was a Martha Stewart metallic, I think it was a hot pink or something like that, and then the ivory. And what I did was I used the glue, and the longer you keep the heat gun on, the more bubbles. And this I've seen on YouTube, which is really cool. I said I wasn't going to go through all of them, but if I do it fast enough, because there's a lot, and there's some stuff that I haven't even put in here. This one here also is really cool. This one is I used a gift shred, masking tape, Mod Podge, Tuscanico, I'm probably saying that wrong, walnut ink, and terracotta, and antiquing solution. And that's what I got. But this is really, really cool. I used this on one of my boxes that I gave as a gift last year sometime. This one is using the fantasy fibers, and then I just put a piece of metal there. These are more recent. This is just pieces of stuff that I had left over. This was from Miss Garden Grove, and I didn't want to throw them away, and I wanted to preserve it. So this is just little pieces. This is the one that I used for when I dyed the avocado, the pink and the blue, and I just put it together there. This one here, oh, this one's cool too. This one here, I don't know if you could see it. What I did was I took a piece of applique, and I was making Christmas ornaments for the scrap room here before it went out of business. And I used this on a very big board, and I just used appliques, and I used Mod Podge. I Mod Podge it first, and then I used white acrylic paint, and then I used silver and gold, what do you call it, those pens, and I just went over it. So I made it into a really beautiful ornament, and I won first place, yay! So I won a couple things from their scrap room. This one here is just cutting and piecing out fabric. Just make it into like a collage. This one here, if I take it out. This one here is gesso, black gesso, melt art, ultra thick embossing enamel, and perfect pearls. And that's what you get. Okay. Oh, this here. This is what I used for that that frame that I just did, and this is the one that I've learned from Christy not too long ago. Okay, and then everything else is blank. Okay, because I still have a couple techniques to put in here. Okay, now on these pages, which I'm not going to show, but I'll show you some sneak peeks. Okay, these are techniques that I'm learning from June Angel Pews here on YouTube, and this is stuff that I want to try for this new year. Okay, now, and this is what I put together. This is all I have. Okay, for now. I mean, I have a lot more that I have to transfer here, but I have to put them on the right size chipboard so it can fit into my book. Okay, and that's my book for the ending of 2013, and actually I should just name it New Beginnings because it's going into 2014. Okay, now I'm going to show you my little projects that I did using some of these techniques. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here they are. Okay, this one here, I was trying, and this was a while back. This was an unfinished project that I started and never finished, and I started it at the beginning of the year and just never did. What I did was, I took the background, and it was from Want to Scrap, and it looked like this. And I sprayed it and never did anything with it because I was learning how to do the patina, but I wanted to do it with paints. I never really finished it, so this is one of the projects that I had to finish by the end of this year. Okay, let me bring it closer. Okay. Okay, and I just added some metal pieces that you guys gave me. Okay, that's the background. And I didn't know where I was going with this one. I just started putting a couple things together, and I wanted to make it into like a steampunk type tag. And there was a song playing on the radio because I have to use my music when I scrap, and it was like something about getting married, let's get married or something like that, and it started to go one way and it wound up being something for you know, for Valentine's Day, and I look at it closely and analyze it and tell me what you think. Okay, because I didn't know where I was going with this, but I like the background because what I did was I put it on thick chipboard, and then I started adding little pieces that Tina, which is Top Cropper here, just recently gave me, like the mesh here, and this metal piece here, this piece here, and behind it I put one of those, which is really cool, almost like a frosted pearl. And then here I have one of these charms, says Journey, a little heart that DK Crafts by D, which is now Elegant Embellishments. This here came from oh my god, what's her name? She was doing the suitcases way back. Oh my god, what's her name? I know her. But she was doing the suitcases, and she did charms with it, and I bought 2 packs because one was for a suitcase and one was to do Mr. Joe's bottle. So I figured I had this one left and I wanted to use it on the suitcase, but I decided to use it here, and it works. It really works. Okay, here is the number 14 for Valentine's Day, February 14th. A little charm there. It says I love you. It looks like a little postcard. Okay, the wings, and then it says time. The clock and a heart, and you'll there's no arrows, I mean no handles or hand on the clock, but I put them on top of here. Okay, and see where the cherub is shooting at. Okay, so that's what I created, an unfinished project which is now finished, and I like the way it came out because it's my first time trying like steampunk type. Okay, this one here is a layout, and this one is for my daughter to hang on her walls because she likes the dark colors. So I wanted to put some metal pieces that I got, but the background is using that black paint that I showed earlier. Okay, and the background here is using the UT which is the ultra thick embossing, what do you call it, embossing thing. I forgot what you call it. But what I did was I used the paint, oh my god, what's the name of that? Let me see. I just got them from Diane. Here we go, the Inca Gold. Yay, the Inca Gold. So I used the copper, and I used, because I wanted to play with it so bad. So I did. Look, Diane, I did it. Okay, and this is one of the projects that I wanted to use it for. So what I did on the background is, first I gessoed it black, and then I used that black, let me get it. Okay, then I use this here, okay, which if you guys haven't tried this, you guys have to try it. I got this from, I think Blick. Okay, this is, I bought this about 2 years ago when I first started. When I first did the bottle, that's when I bought this thing. Okay, so I painted it with that black, and then I used Inca Golds, and then I used the UT on top of that, and then I used the heat gun. On this corner here, and let me see if I can get it a little closer. Let's see. There we go. Okay, right there in this corner. Okay, this one is using how do you call it? What do you call that? Oh my god, why can't I remember this? The embossing powder. That's it, embossing powders. Okay, and all I did was just put it on top, and used the heat gun, and it gave that effect. And this one I've seen just recently. I think it's Constantine K, I believe. I could be mistaken, but I'll find it and put it in the box. Okay, but she did it also. And I was trying to look for embossing, and I came across her channel, and it was really cool. She made a really cool tag, so I'll put her link down below, so this way you guys can check her out, because she's awesome. Okay, now this here, I did the ultra thick embossing powder also, and what I did was, and I'll put it a little bit closer so you can see, and I did actually on the 3 tags. This is stuff that I wanted to try. Sorry. Okay, let me get this one. And what I did was, I used the ultra thick embossing powder, and then I used the heat gun, and then I stamped it, and it was like peacock feathers, and I stamped the image on there, and then I added the colors. I added the colors first. I'm sorry. Added the metallic colors. I mean, I'll probably do a small little toot on that. I'm pretty sure it's been out there. I'm not really sure. But this stuff that I've been playing with, and wanted to see if I could try something new. And this is new to me. It's probably been out there. I just haven't seen anybody do it, except for using the embossing powder, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, and this here is a Dusty Attic chipboard piece, which was the negative, positive. I get those two mixed. And what I did, I just placed it on there and I sprayed it, and then I used some paints on there. I used some lace on there. There's lace, little ribbon trim, lace trim, some metals, and then some little metal flowers that I had on here. Some, let me see what else. Some pearls, some butterbee scrap, filigrees, some more of her stuff that was given to me. And let me see, what else? What else did I do on there? There was so much techniques on here. It's really cool. I mean, if you want me to, if you want to ask me anything, just just leave me a comment and I'll answer anything you want to know. Okay. Now this one here is using how do you call it? Susie's technique, and this is a tag I made that's going to her, which is using her technique with what do you call it? With the kitchen caulk. Did I say that right? Caulk. Okay, and that's just a tag and some stamping. I don't know if you could see, but there's a little face on there and some Christmas little flowers, and that's probably too close, sorry. And then I added some little gems on there and a little Christmas booty. So that's going out to her. And these are my little projects that I've been working on, and they're getting ready to be mailed out too, except for that one. That one's staying with me. And I hope you enjoyed, and for all my subbies and anybody that's watching, have a wonderful, wonderful, safe new year. I love you all. God bless. Bye-bye.